Hi, movie fans. Ron, the movie guy, here again with you today to talk about another great movie. So, if you have never seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest from 1975, starring Jack Nicholson, you're missing one of the most powerful films ever made. Nicholson plays Randall P. McMurphy, a rebellious troublemaker who takes insanity to avoid prison labor and ends up in a mental institution. At first, it seems like a joke to him. He thinks the hospital will be easy, but what he walks into is something far darker. Running the ward is one of cinema's most chilling villains, Nurse Ratched, played by Louise Fletcher. She's calm, polite, and completely controlling. No shouting, no rage, just quiet psychological domination. And that's what makes her so terrifying. McMurphy immediately starts shaking things up. He gambles, cracks jokes, organizes a rebellion over watching the World Series, and slowly encourages the others' patients to rediscover their confidence and individuality. For many of them, it's the first time they felt human in years. What makes this film so powerful is that it isn't just about a hospital, it's about freedom versus control, individuality versus systems that try and crush it. They just basically try to crush that freedom. Director Milos Forman lets the characters breathe, and the performances from the entire cast feel incredibly real. You'll notice young actors like Danny DeVito and Christopher Lloyd in their early roles, and every single patient in that ward feels like a fully lived in character. And then there's Nicholson. This might be his most iconic performance. Wild, funny, rebellious, but also deeply tragic. The movie is based on the novel by Ken Kesey, and it became a massive hit. Um, it was a cultural phenomenon, rather a cultural moment. In fact, um, it's one of five it's actually one of the very few films to win the big five at the Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay. But be warned, the ending is it hits hard. It's one of the most unforgettable finales in film history, and it leaves you thinking about freedom, dignity, and the price of rebellion long after the credits roll. My bottom line is that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest isn't just a movie, it's a gut punch and a character study and a timeless story about standing up against a system which is designed to break you. And for me, I don't know if you've seen it. You probably, for me, I'll never forget it, and I hope I guess that you yourself would never forget it either. Um, Again, it's one of those movies that spoke to me long since I first saw it. Thank you guys so much.